We had a crazy week. When we do our summits, we're just nuts. But we took a little break, and it wasn't really a break. It was 5-hour hearing for the hub. We've been working on the hub for 20 years, and I think a lot of you in the room have been working on the NASA hub for 20 years. And there have been some struggles through the years, right? And there are still some challenges now. But our county exec has really taken the charge head on. And I must say, one of the most really lively hearings I've seen in a while. 5 hours of dialogue between a developer, 18 county legislators who were there, and I'm going to see the nod, great questions that came from some of these folks, but a real bold plan from the county executive. When people say no, we can't do things, it's great to see elected officials step forward and say, no, we can do some things differently. We can get these things done. So with that, our county executive in Nassau County, Laura Curran. Great to hear.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're enjoying your chicken. I just had a couple of bites. It's delicious. I want to thank Eric and the entire Vision Long Island board, which is varied and very large, for their relentless spotlight and advocacy for transit-oriented development, for collecting all of the stakeholders and decision makers, whether they're community people, chambers of commerce, business people, government, developers, planner, and getting them in one room like this today. They do it over and over, and it does get results. I know that we all know the frustration. We've all heard it many times, that Long Island, Nassau County is the land of no, the land of NIMBY, there's too much bureaucracy, it's too expensive, the taxes are too high, we have politicians who lack boldness, et cetera, et cetera. But Vision Long Island is shifting that narrative and pointing to what is working, and we do have a lot working. We have courageous elected officials, and the top of my head, Paul Pontieri in Patchogue, Ralph Ekstrom in Farmingdale, Mayor Scott Strauss in Mineola, Fran Murray of Rockville Center, and there are many, many more. I'm not leaving anyone out on purpose, but there are many courageous elected officials out there, and I'm proud to serve with many of them at this table right here. Another way that we at the county are shifting the narrative is at the hub. So, just to give you a little history, I'm sure you've heard it all before and read it, but we, the county, recently announced the partnership between BSE Global and RXR Realty Investments on a plan to transform the hub into an innovative live, work, play district in the heart of Nassau County. This development team is undertaking a collaborative process to engage all stakeholders, elected officials, educators, small business, community leaders, to shape a plan that can have the broadest possible support. And of course, that's the key, getting support and getting buy-in from all of the stakeholders. So you may have read in the news recently that BSE and RXR have chosen Northwell Health to build a brand new 225,000 square foot Northwell Life Sciences Innovation Center on the southwest corner of the hub property. That would be the anchor employer that we were all looking for. We are working on drawing down available state funds, so Todd Kaminsky, you'll be helping us with that, I'm sure, and partnering with our town officials to get shovels in the ground, and soon. And I have to give a big thanks to the Town of Hempstead board and supervisor for working together on this shared vision. I also have to give a big thanks to the Nassau County Legislature. Richard Nicolello, the presiding officer who is here today, convened a hearing that was attended by the legislators just this week. And we have our two more of our legislators, Muley and Birnbaum, here. Thank you. It was a very positive hearing. I was able to tune into a lot of it. The hearing was to hear from stakeholders because the legislature has to I'm asking them very, very politely to bless this development team so that we can go forward. So, of course, doing their due diligence, getting all the information, the developer came, others came, and I thought it was a great hearing with positive, it was really palpable, the positivity. Now, I just want to make something very clear. We do not have an actual plan set yet. This is what the legislature is considering. The proposed second lease and development plan agreement to create a framework for action by the county and the development team and a time frame to keep the process moving forward, and focuses on key items including the financial terms with the county, community benefits, and labor agreements, which I know is incredibly important to the legislature as it is to me. In addition to the state funding that I've mentioned before for the parking structures to free up the land for the development, the county is also seeking state funding for pedestrian projects surrounding the hub, which would include 3 pedestrian bridges to connect the hub to RXR Plaza, Hofstra University, and Nassau Community College to make the connectivity happen there. And also federal and state funding for transit connections to the hub, because that's something that everyone asks. Well, how are people going to get there? The traffic's going to be terrible. We need transit options to get people in and out of there. My administration has made the redevelopment of the hub an economic priority since day one. I have to thank my Deputy County Executive for Economic Development, Evelyn Simmis, and her entire team for working very quickly and very well and very efficiently on this. So this is basically what is the next step is the plan to get started on the plan. There will be many details to be worked out. The devil is always in the details, but this is the next step that we have to overcome to get that going. But perhaps more important than anything else, details and this funding and this and that, if we get this done, think of what it will do for our self-respect as a county. That we, this team, town and county working together across the aisle, we can finally get this difficult thing done. It will show the world that Nassau County is open for business and that we are ready to embrace the future. That's a good look for us. Thank you very much.